Hey Team DSF, this is your girl Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette, and this is your Team DSF weekly business training. I'm just going to give it a couple minutes to allow people to get on. Getting my notes ready while I'm waiting for everyone to get on. Hey Will. Just going to give it a couple more seconds and then I'll get started. And like I said, during these trainings, if you have any questions or comments while I'm streaming, just put it in the comments as you think of them, and I'll address them, while I'm talking once I see them. Hey. So I'm going to give it a couple more seconds and then I'll get started. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So like I said, this is your Team DSF weekly business training, and this week I want to discuss getting ready to get ready versus launching your business. And what does that mean? Getting ready to get ready is basically a thing that happens to some of us. It's happened to me when I first started. Usually people that are more analytical in nature. Hey Alex. But when you invest in a business and you're like, okay, I'm good, and you start planning. I always tell you guys to set a business plan, and hey Lance, I see you. Set a business plan, set your long-term goals, your short-term goals, and your mid-term goals, and then, find smaller goals that lead up to those bigger goals. And that's all fine. Hey, Calvin, I hope I do drop some knowledge on you that you can actually apply to your business. Appreciate that. So that's fine. Like, I want you to set a business plan. I want you to set your business hours. I want you to map out how you want to do your business, knowing that, you have to be a little bit flexible and adjust as things happen. That is fine. That is actually being productive and planning your business. But what I don't want you to do is get sucked into the getting ready to get ready, which means you do so much planning and so much preparation and so much paperwork and research and all of this that you don't do what it takes to actually grow your business, to actually launch it. And what does that mean? In network marketing, you will find there are some similarities to traditional business, and there are some things that are different than traditional business. Traditional businesses, normally you do a lot of planning, you set your business hours, and you write an actual business plan, and you have it looked at by a whole bunch of people, and then they suggest changes and all this stuff, and you do a lot of paperwork, you get incorporated, and you get your tax ID number, and all of that has to go into place, before you open your doors, right? In network marketing, your doors to your business open the day that you invest in your distributorship, and you get that email confirmation or that confirmation from corporate, from that company, that says, congratulations, you are an official distributor of this company. That is when your doors open. That's your grand opening. So what does that mean? That means you can launch your business from that point on. Now, hey China, how you doing? I know that you need to do some paperwork still, but it's kind of like when you're in network marketing, all of that getting ready to get ready should be happening concurrently with you actually launching your business. What does launching your business mean in network marketing then, right? Well, like I said, some things you should do. Set your business hours, because you're not going to know when you can actually do your business, right? Sit down and set your business hours and decide, I am going to work my business, do my exposures from this time to this time on this day. Like I had said in my other training, go back, and I'm not going to reiterate too much of it. Go back and watch those other videos. But I had suggested that you plan your schedule on a weekly basis. If you do basically the same thing every week, then plan your schedule on a weekly basis. Say every week on Mondays, I'm going to do this. On Thursdays, I'm going to do this. The weekends, if they're all similar, then plan your weekly schedule. Set your business hours for that week, and that you can duplicate every week. That's fine. But I don't want you to think that Well, it's not smart to do all the paperwork, not even like talk to anybody until you're done with all of this stuff that you think you need to do. Like, don't think, okay, I'm not even going to share my business opportunity with anyone until I incorporate, until I create a website, until I create social media accounts, until I, finish my business hours. I might have started setting my business hours, but I haven't finished. And then maybe I need to do a business plan. And maybe I need to do like an ad campaign. And maybe I need to print out some business cards. And maybe I need to get a logo created. And maybe I need to get some new clothes, so when I go to these meetings, I look great. All of this stuff. Okay, that's cool if you want to do that with your business, but that has nothing to do with you launching your business, which means when are you going to get to the connect? Okay, we talk about the connect, the tool, the events, step 1, 2, 3, exposing your business opportunity, providing a tool that gives more info on your business opportunity, and then getting that prospect to a third party who can explain the company's story so that that prospect has all the information they need to make an informed decision. That is launching your business. How do you do that? We talked about that. Event planning tips. There's different types of events. There's different types of invites. There's different types of ways you can do it. If you're standing in the supermarket, I love that example. You can be launching your business in the supermarket just by having a casual conversation with somebody standing in line. But are you not going to have that conversation with somebody because you didn't get your articles of incorporation back from the state of Florida? I mean, are you not going to have that conversation if somebody is sending you triggers saying, man, I wish there was something out there that would provide me with a better way to take care of my family so I can get out of this 9-to-5 rat race and, have financial and time freedom. If a prospect, and that's very, formal. If a prospect said that to me, that's like gold. That's like, what? Really? You're looking for what I have? Am I not going to share it with them because I don't have business cards or because, I didn't study? No, because guess what? If you're doing the Connect Tool event, the CTE, you don't need to study anything. All you need to know is, hey, I just invested in a business opportunity for the same reason. I think that it would resolve some of the concerns you have in your life right now. If I shared that information with you, would you be willing to look at it? Yes or no? They're going to say yes because they just told you they needed something. That's it. You don't have to tell them anything about your business or what's going on with it or the fact that you don't have business cards. You got a cell phone. You got a piece of paper. You can ask the cash register, the lady to give you a piece of paper. Get their number. You get their number. Don't give them your number. You get their number. But the thing is, I'm not going to miss out on that opportunity because my business is not set up yet. Your business in network marketing is set up the day that you get a notification from corporate saying, thanks for your money, thanks for your investment, you're now a distributor. That is it. Everything else is a plus. Everything else is a cherry on the top to make it better, right? I'm incorporated. I have articles of incorporation. I have a tax ID number. I have business cards. I got a logo. I got flyers for my events. I got all this extra fancy stuff. But that has nothing to do with me launching my business. That is just me making my business look more professional. And it's a little bit more efficient for me because I like to do things a certain way because I'm an analytical type of person. But it has nothing to do with me making money. Nobody's going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to your business opportunity because you don't even have business cards. And you know what? If somebody says that to you, you don't want them in your business anyway. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe they'll come back as a customer, but they just weeded themselves out. Okay, because if that's what they're looking at, then they're not looking at the 6 key components of what makes a best business investment in the first place. You don't want them, But what I'm saying is this. Don't miss out on money because you don't think that you are at the level that you need to be to make money. Because sometimes we have a perception, okay? We see all of these people that brought us into this business and we're like, yeah, but you've been doing this for 2 years, so you're at a certain rank in the company, and because of that, you have had time to establish yourself. So you have all those extra things. You have your fancy business cards and your little suits and your knowledge and your confidence and your posture and your little websites, and and then they see the multimillionaires and they're like, oh my God, these people, I don't understand how anybody wouldn't want to join their business, even though they get rejected too. Okay, these elite distributors, they still get stood up and rejected. I've been told that by multimillionaires, they still get stood up and rejected. Okay, so what I'm saying is, even the ones at the top who have all of those things that you think are important for you to be successful in order to launch your business, still get turned away by people that just don't want anything to do with it. They're just like, you know what? It's not on my priority list at this point in time, so I'm not going to take you seriously, and I'm not going to come to your meeting. I'm going to say I'm going to go, and then I'm going to stand you up. That happens. And you know what? You know the reason why? Because you can't control a prospect. If somebody, it's like they say, you can't tell the wrong thing to the right person, and I believe that 99% of the time, right? Because you can say some real jacked up stuff to people and just ruin the whole thing. So, but I'm not talking about that. But what I'm saying is, even if you're not the most confident or the most knowledgeable, which is why we have third party, right? But if you're not the most knowledgeable, if you're not the most confident, if you're not yet successful, because are you ever really successful at the level you want to be at in network marketing if you're not at the top of the company? Most likely not. There's some people that might have started out and said, I just want to do this on a part-time basis, just to get a little chump change here and there. But let me tell you something. You get that taste of success. It's not about just the money. It's the impact that you have on other people. And you will find these elite distributors that are like getting to those middle to upper ranks in network marketing will tell you, at this point, I want the money because I got, personal goals. But I want to retire more families than I already have. I've already started to retire some, and I want to retire even more. So I want to keep going so that my impact goes further to more people like you that are just now coming in that ask me for help, and I'm leading you because I'm a leader in the company now, and I want to help you get to your goals. So they don't want to stop, because they want to keep going. So what I'm saying is, they're not happy, they're not satisfied until they get to the top ranks. And even at the top ranks, they're not happy and satisfied because there's more people out there that they want to help. And with that being said, they're going to keep exposing the business. And with that being said, there's going to be people out there that are going to look at them and say, I get it. You're a millionaire. I get it. You got all these fancy cards. You got all this knowledge. You got all of this stuff. I see how you're living. I'm still not showing up to your meeting, right? So what do you need to do to launch your business today and not worry about the other stuff that you can do while you launch your business, right? What do you need to do? Go open up whatever your company has. We have a blueprint, whatever book of instructions you have, and read, how do I invite people to my business opportunity? Individuals, one-on-one, a personal conversation, a personal relationship that's being built. How do I start there? And here's the thing, because sometimes when you join the business, right, you'll find your new people, it's probably tied to fear. They don't know what the invite's going to sound like when it comes out their mouth the first time. They don't know how that prospect's going to react. We kind of get numb to the no. We're like, you know what? I'm at this point, like, man, I done got rejected so many times. Whatever. Let me get to the no faster, because I don't want you wasting my time. My posture has changed over the 2 years I've been in this company. So I'm at the point where it's like, look, I want to build a relationship with you. Now, whether or not you want to learn about my business opportunity, whatever, that's cool. But we're trying to build a relationship. I'm not going to force you to look at anything. I'm not going to force you or beg you to be in my business or be my business partner. I'm just going to build this relationship with you so we can decide, where we're going to go in the future as friends and maybe as business partners, if I even feel like you are someone I want as a business partner, and if you feel the same about me. It's a value thing for both of us. Do I want you as my business partner? Do you want me as your mentor? That's something that y'all got to decide for yourself as you're growing your relationship. But it's all about relationship building. So sometimes your new distributors will be like, well, I don't want to do this because I'm scared. Like, I don't want to share it with these people because I don't want them to say no, because they're the ones I really want. Okay, that's what we call your chicken list. The ones who you think are the ones that you need to be successful, but you're scared to share it with them because of whatever reason. Maybe they're a successful person in their own life. They have a successful business, or maybe there's someone you really look up to. Whatever it is that's like, man, I don't want to start off with them, because of XYZ. And that's what's holding them back. Well, guess what? We got a way to fix that. Do your exposures with strangers. Okay? Now, if you have a problem with talking to strangers, then that's a whole nother conversation that your mentor should be helping you to learn how to speak to people. But like I said, just start small. Spark up a conversation with somebody in the mall or somebody in, the supermarket. And I'm not talking about the invite. I'm talking about the connection. Remember, the connection is not the invite. The connection is not the invite. The connection is not the invite. Okay, it may take multiple connections before you even get to the invite, right? But here is what you need to do. Start your practice. Practice day one with somebody who, if they said no to you, it wouldn't break your heart. Not your warm market, not your best friend, not your hot market, because you don't even know who your hot market is right now. Just some random stranger, And you'd be surprised because those are the ones that join your business, okay? But go to them, talk to them, listen to them. And then when those triggers pop up, share their business. See what they say. And if they say no, keep connecting with them. And then close the conversation naturally. Thank them for their time. They don't know you were out there practicing. They just think, oh, this is a friendly stranger who was just having a conversation. I had said something that made them feel they wanted to share some business thing with me, but I'm not interested. So I'll let them know and y'all move on. Y'all never see each other again. But guess what? You did it, right? You practice. And you know what? What if they say yes? What if they say they want the information? Now you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't expect that to happen. Oh, let me get them to a tool. And then they like the tool. And then they're like, I have questions. And then you get them to third party. And now you got a third party on there to validate who is knowledgeable and knows everything, right? Because that's why they're your third party validator. And then it's like, oh man, this is going better than I thought. But see, when you're doing this practice, your standard was here. I just want to practice on this person with the expectation they're going to say no, but the hope that they might say yes. So my expectation is right here with hope. Okay, don't go in there like, oh, I already know you're going to say no. So no, but expect the no, hope for the yes, because they're a stranger. And if they say no, it's like, well, I expected that. That's cool, but you're not hurt because I don't even know you. I don't know you. You're not tied to my life. You told me a story. I did sympathize with you because that's why I shared the business, because you said something that triggered that you need this in your life. But I'm not emotionally attached to your life situation. So even if you say something that is a little dramatic, I'm not personally attached to that. So it's like, all right, cool. Thank you for your time. And you're good. Your whole belief is not crushed. But you got that first invite out the way. Now do that 5 more times, 10 more times. Cold prospects. Now you're getting used to talking to people anyway. So now, talking to strangers is not a bad thing. I don't feel like I'm selling them nothing because, it's just practice. I'm just practicing. I'm just having a conversation with people. I'm just talking to them and listening, mostly, not talking a lot, listening and mentioning certain things here and there. Now you get comfortable. Now your posture is like, I could do this. Now go to your warm market. Try it on them. They already know you joined something because you probably talk to your warm market like on a regular basis, like every 2 weeks, every week or something like that on Facebook. They know you did something because you're probably excited about it. You don't know how to say it, but you're like, something happened and they see some kind of excitement. They're like, what was that? And so now you can start with them, right? And you get used to them. Then you get to your chicken list. You get to those people. You're like, oh man. You might have a few customers by now or whatever. And you're like, okay, I'm feeling myself a little. And you're learning how to improve on your invite. You're learning on which tools actually work on which type of person based on whatever they said, right? And so now you're like, let me talk to my best friend. Because they're going to be like, don't wait too long. Because they're going to be like, man, you did this for like 2 weeks and you haven't told me yet. Because they might want it. Or they might hate it. They might hate it. You never know. So you talk to them. And now it's like your posture's like, at this point it's like, look, my best friend doesn't see it. It's going to hurt. I just want your support. You don't got to do it with me. I wanted to give you that respect and be like, hey, I want you to do this with me. But if you don't want to, just support me and know I'm doing this. Because now you got that confidence. Because now you're like, you know what? I understand at this point, not everyone's going to do it. Whether they're strangers, whether they occasional associates or your best friends and family, your co-workers, whatever. You get the point now. Now you've done this for a while, right? You've been to a couple trainings. You've listened to your mentors. They've told you their horror stories with their family and friends. And now you're realizing, but you did those small steps to that ultimate goal. And so now what's that ultimate goal? Maybe you want to hit a whole group of people. That's fine. Because now you got that posture. And it doesn't matter if you're not a Pro 7 or you're no elite distributor in your company or whatever. It doesn't matter because we use leverage. Okay, I just started, okay? I've only been doing this for X amount of time. But if you want to see the success, you could talk to my mentor. And my mentor is at that level. So you match up your prospects, if as much as you can, availability wise, with the person that they respect and or relate to. That's how you use your validators. You say, hey, this person is military. Well, I got somebody that's prior military. So I'm going to link you up with them because y'all can relate. I maybe wasn't military. I was. But say I'm not, right? Say I never was. And so I can't relate to y'all military situation. But y'all talk. Y'all have that in common. Go talk. And they do. And you're listening. And you're hearing what's important to them. That's how you do that, okay? You don't have to be everything to everybody in order to be successful. You don't have to be everything that you want to be in order to launch your business, because if you wait to be what you want to be before you launch your business, then you're never going to get to where you want to be because you haven't launched your business. You have to make those small steps to get to where you want to be where you want to be. You cannot hold off and say, well, if I do more reading, if I do more paperwork, if I do more planning, and then you're like a week, 2 weeks, a month's gone by and you're still planning. You know, this is not traditional business. You don't need to do all of that. Traditional business, sometimes you do. You got all these people and these boards of directors and these business plans and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, well, we got to make sure this is good. And we got to scrutinize this. And we got to make sure this is signed off and everything before you can even open the doors. Your doors are everywhere. Your office is you. You are the office of your business. You are the walking business. The only thing you need is that distributor ID number, or however way your company identifies that you are an official independent distributor of that company. And if you have that and you have it, then that's it. Like I said, if you want to get incorporated, that's fine. And that'll roll into your ID. Once you get those articles of incorporation back, it'll just flip over to your business name. But even that is not something that should hold you back. Because as long as your company allows you to enroll as an individual until your corporation is done, you roll that right in, you know? So what I'm saying is this: what do you need to do to launch your business today? Enroll into a business opportunity. Get your distributor ID, get your confirmation number from corporate. Then go and read whatever blueprint or whatever training comes with your pack. If you don't have it shipped to you already, you might get something virtual from your enroller that they can send you until your actual physical book comes in the mail, right? And have them give you training. They will train you on how to get started. Find a mentor that you respect and that you trust. And I say this for a reason, because if you are talking to a mentor and they're telling you something and you don't take what they say seriously, then you need to find another mentor. Doesn't mean there's something wrong with them, but it means that you're not respecting and trusting the information that they're saying. If you truly believe that your mentor is going to set you up for success, not saying you got to do every single thing they do the way they do it, but when they tell you there's certain core habits that everyone follows, and the way you do those core habits might be slightly different, but you're doing the core habits. That bare minimum standard to launch your business today, if your mentor tells you what that takes and what those things are, that's what you need to be focusing on. And when you set your business hours, primarily set your business hours to fit those core habits, to fit your family's lifestyle. And then when you have the rest of that time in your hours, block off the time for you're getting ready to get ready. So you can still do those things you want to do that make you happy, that make you excited. Because I get it. The paperwork for some people is exciting. Like I said, I'm an analytical person. I love the paperwork. I love, the planning and all of that. That's cool, but I do that in the off hours of the evening when it's inappropriate for me to expose the business to someone, usually in the middle of the night, because I don't really sleep that well anyway. That's when I do it. Those times when I'm not launching my business and relaunching my business and sharing my business, that's when I do my getting ready to get ready stuff. My paperwork, my accountability tracker, my business plan, looking over my business hours, making, paperwork stuff for my team that I think is duplicatable. But at the end of the day, that's not making me money. That's just helping me organize my business. What's making me money are the exposures that I do that lead to a tool, that leads to an event, that leads to a decision, that leads to somebody enrolling in my business as a distributor or as a customer, and my downline duplicating those same actions that get them new customers and new distributors that I get matching bonuses from my company. That's what makes me money, and that is what is priority. Because as you become a leader, you're going to have to know what is important and what is not. And as much as you love your ideas and your way of doing things, when you get a downline, you will see some of that stuff ain't duplicatable. Some of that stuff you just got to let go. And when you have your downtime and your personal time, if you want to do it to make yourself feel better, that's cool. But your team ain't doing it. Because they're going to look at you like that don't even make sense. How's that making me money? I'm just saying. So you got to get past your fear. Tackle your chicken list. Tackle your chicken list by getting to those cold prospects and then go to the warm and then go to the hot. Find a mentor that you trust and respect, because that's the person that's going to tell you the real truth. And that's the person when they do tell you it and it hurts your feelings, but deep down in your heart that it's real, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to push my way to the side and I'm going to try it their way. Because guess what? Most likely they're making more money than you. That they should be. Because if they're your mentor, they should be making more money than you. Because you're trying to get to where they're going. And if they're making more money than you, then you should try to figure out what they're doing to make more money than you so you can make that same money. That's how you grow your business. And everything you do, your downline duplicates. So, this is your girl, Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette. This is your Team DSF Weekly Business Training. Thank you for all the feedback. Lance, Will, Calvin, Juanita, I see you all. China, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jermaine. So, this is the training. Keep going with the comments. Let me know how you feel. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.